Henry "Smokey" Yunick is a legend in the world of NASCAR, not only for his contributions to the sport, but also because of his ingenious rule bending. In fact, he had so many incredible tricks, we couldn't just choose one, so here's 3 of them. Smokey's basketball trick is one of his most famous. NASCAR officials stated that the fuel tank could only hold a certain amount of fuel, so after he installed an oversized tank, Yunick inflated a basketball in the tank so that when the officials checked it, it only held the correct amount. After scrutineering, the ball was deflated and the tank could now hold more fuel. In 1967, Smokey turned up to the Daytona 500 in an unsponsored Chevelle, and his driver Curtis Turner managed to easily steal pole position with it, upsetting the factory teams. Although many think that the car was 7/8 the size of a normal Chevelle, that theory has been debunked. What Smokey had done, however, was lower the roof and windows, raise the floor pan, and move the body 2 inches back on the chassis, improving weight distribution, overall weight, and aerodynamics. After this brazen trickery, NASCAR introduced templates to stop this sort of stuff going on. In 1968, while looking through the rulebook, he noticed that NASCAR specified that a fuel cell could only be a certain size. However, what they didn't say was how big the fuel line could be. Instead of running a standard half-inch fuel line, he ran 11 feet of 2-inch fuel line, giving the car an extra 2 gallons of fuel. The famous story goes that at one race day, after inspectors had supposedly confiscated the fuel tank while checking the car before a race, they told him he had 9 changes to make before he would be allowed onto the track. He promptly started the car with no fuel tank, famously shouted "better make it 10", and drove back to his pits using only the fuel in his lines. He later joked that he could have made it to Jacksonville and back with the amount of added fuel he had in those lines. Although Smokey passed away in 2001, his legacy of trying to pull a fast one over NASCAR will always live on. Those are 3 of our favourites, but which ones did we miss?